Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another review of House of Horrors. This is a 2021 animated supernatural black comedy, but I don't think it's funny, based on the characters created by Charles Addams and the sequel to the 2019 Addams Family movie. It's directed by Greg Tiernan and Conrad Vernon and co-directed by Laura Brossi and Kevin Pollak. That's the problem with this movie, one of the many problems. There's too many people that worked on this, too many cooks in the kitchen, and there's too many writers. You got a screenplay by Dan Hernandez, Benji Samad, Ben Queen, and Suzanne Fogel, and the story was done by them as well. Story, yeah, right. There's no story here. The film stars the same people from the last movie: Oscar Isaac, Charlize Theron, etc., etc. It tells the story of the Addams family as they go on a road trip. Yeah, I've never seen that before in an animated movie. Addams Family 2. Yeah, this sucked, guys. This was a horrible freaking sequel. This was worse than Reunion from back in the late 90s, because that at least had, the excuse of not being in theaters. This was in theaters during the pandemic, and this movie made money. How? It's not good. It's badly written. I don't like the designs for the characters, especially Wednesday. Her head looks like an inflated balloon. The animation's fine. That's never been the problem, but it feels like a knockoff of Hotel Transylvania. All four of them. The humor's not funny. I didn't laugh once. At least in the first one, I got a couple of chuckles. This one, I didn't even smile. They use songs that are not for kids in a kids movie, like the Ace of Spades. That's a Motorhead song. That's not a kid's song. And some of the references here, and they have to put two references to COVID in this movie. Two. Because that you could tell that was inserted in there because this was made during the pandemic. They put Thing is taking a bath in a hand sanitizer, and Wednesday says, "I've been social distancing with all the enthusiasm of a dry sponge," and she's awful. Like Chloe Grace Moretz is a terrible Wednesday. Christina Ricci was great in the '90s, and the little girl from the TV series was also good. I haven't seen Wednesday on Netflix, but I know Jenny Ortega is better than this. Wednesday's not supposed to be a freaking zombie. Show some emotion for once in your life. Jeez. It was not as successful as predecessor and received negative reviews. Yeah, you think? That's probably why Josh didn't see it. It's not funny. Sonic 2 was better than this. And they used that song. And you know what it is for? Remember in Sonic 2 when when he's throwing the dynamite and then the freaking sewers, the manhole covers explode? That was funny. Here, it's Pugsley is being a terrorist and he's blowing up freaking mountains. He's throwing dynamite at mountains at the Grand Canyon. I'm like, that's not funny, guys. That's promoting terrorism in a kids movie. Really? Why would you do that? It's a PG movie for kids. Try to be a little more subtle. I guess with MGM, they're not subtle about it at all. They criticize the humor in the story. There is no story. They go on the road trip and there's some random occurrences happen. There's not one thing that's of substance in the whole movie. And I'm sick of the voice. Oscar Isaac, I'm sick of him. He's in too much now. Get him out of there. Charlize Theron, she's just wasted here. Even Finn Wolfhard said no to this script. That's how smart he was. He was Pugsley in the first movie. He said no, and he said, I'm going to do Ghostbusters in the next season of Stranger Things. Better content. Things with substance. Not this random cartoon that just makes me cringe. Instead, you have Javin Walton as Pugsley. I never even heard of him. He's from Euphoria. He's not a bad actor. He's just they give him a subplot with a girl. They share two scenes together and they're in love. Yeah, that's not character development, guys. Sorry. You got Bette Midler. She's wasted as Grandmama Addams. You got Snoop Dogg as Cousin It at the end because he's just and I can't stand that. It's like you're a knockoff minion. Bill Hader is the main villain as Cyrus Strange. Wallace Shawn is in the movie for a spell. You got and a bunch of other people, but I'm like, it's a waste of a movie. Kyla Pratt's in it for like one scene, and she doesn't do anything. I just don't think it's a good movie. This is a terrible sequel. We didn't need a sequel to that 2019 movie. It was mid at best. I prefer the Addams Family live action. I don't like cartoons. I like the 90s cartoon, but I didn't like the 2019 movie that much. And yeah, there's a reason why the movies work better in live action. And the TV shows are better in live action. They're funnier. This wasn't funny. It says, although altogether ooky and not in a good way, Metacritic says, or Rotten Tomatoes. At 28%, it deserves that. Luca came out the same year and it was better than this. Even in Kanto, and I wasn't crazy about that, the animation's better. It's pretty to look at. This is just like above average animation. And I don't like the designs of the characters. They look weird. Wednesday's head is too big. Morticia looks like a stick. Uncle Fester has a weird voice. Nick Kroll's trying to sound like the actor from the original show, but it's just he's failing. There's this whole subplot of animals, human hybrids. I don't know. This is like 15 things going on in this movie. It's convoluted. And I'm glad it didn't get an Oscar for the animation. Theron got a Kids' Choice Award, but lost. I'm glad, because she didn't need to win. She won an Oscar already. What does she have to do with this? It's a waste. This is an IP that's been around for decades, and it deserved a better animated series than this. I'd rather go see Despicable Me again. Go see Hotel Transylvania. Hell, go see Monster House or even Coraline. Those are better animated movies for kids than this. This is not a movie for kids. This is an insult to their intelligence. It made $120 million on a budget of 23. What is this world coming to when the parents will take their kids to anything? I wouldn't have done that. I would never take it. If I have a kid one day, I'm not going to let him see this. It's not funny. It's a waste of time. So skip Addams Family 2. It's not worth it. If you like the first one, skip this one. It's not worthy of your time. So thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you in the next one.